Pleasant morning to one and all. I am Dr. Sumitra, an associate professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. I am here to present you about an operating system structure. And the structure of an operating system, in which we are going to discuss all about the system calls, types of the system calls, and your system programs, design and implementation, structure, generation, and the system boot for this session. The main objective of the structure of an operating system refers to how it is organized to manage the hardware and the software resource. There are several ways to structure an operating system. The main structures where we have your monofolic structures and layered structures, and we have a microkernel structures and so on, where here the main servers that offered by an operating system will focus on your user interfaces, program executions, and input and output operations, in which the basic functions that helpful to help the users to carry out your operating system service is about the file system implementation, communication, error detections, and you have your resource allocations, accounting, and the productions on basic network securities and so on. So the views of your operating system is represented by your program executions, in which your input and output operation, your file system, your communication, resource allocations, and accounting will be falls under your system calls, and these will be compressed with your user interface of GUI, batch, and command lines. The operating system interface is where you have a command interpreter which allows you the direct command entry. Sometimes it could also be implemented with your kernels. The kernel is where that is a center core process unit. That is the center part of your operating systems. And the picture that shows you will be your cell command interpreter, and the operating system graphical user interfaces. As we have discussed, this is your user friendly desktop interface with your basic hardware physical component like mouse, keyboard, and the monitors. Here we also have a basic icon that is represented in your application with your file name, your files, programs, and actions. We are also having a mouse button which hovers your object in the interfaces, causes various actions that helps us to have a folders, and which could also be which is already invented by Xerox PARC. Many systems that now have both CLI and GUI interfaces, that where your Apple Mac operating system is acquired and GUI interface with the unique kernels and your shells available. This is just a touchscreen of your interface which we have used on your mobile phones. So mouse not possible or any desire is required. We can carry out your actions and selection based on the gesture, and we have a virtual keyboard for the text entry and your voice commands. So this is your Mac operating system view graphical user interfaces. And the next comes your system calls. The system calls in where in an operating system is considered when a programming interfaces, which is a service offered by an operating system, when you write or represent that in your high level languages like C or C++, mostly it is accessed by your programs by your high level programming interfaces rather than by calling directly your system. That is, direct system calls will not be there. And a common API which uses your Win32 API for the Windows, you have your PostFix API and your PostFix based system, where that includes virtually all versions of Unix, Linux, and your Mac OS, and the Java API for the Java virtual machine. Note that the system call names used throughout this text are generic. This is a basic example of your system call. The system call sequence to copy the content of one file to another file. This is a basic examples of a standard API. How far we can implement the system calls implementation, that is a number which is associated with each system call. This system call interfaces maintains a table indexed according to these numbers, and the system call interfaces calls invoking depending upon the system calls in an operating system kernel, and that will also return you the system, and many return values will be obtained. Here the user needs know how your system call is implemented and just need to obey your API and understand how far your operating system will calls the results. So this is the basic relationship between your system call API and your operating system. Next comes your system calls parameter passing, that is whether the information is required in a simple identity of the desired system call. Each type and the amount of information will vary from your operating systems and so on. The simplest method to access your pass parameters is given with the representation of parameter passing by a table, that is parameter for the call and the load address system calls with a user program that will interact with an operating system via your register. And these were your types of your system calls.